The Horse That Counted Numbers, 1904, Berlin, Germany. In the early 1900s, a remarkable horse named Clever Hans captured the attention of Berlin and the world. This was no ordinary horse. Clever Hans seemed to possess an extraordinary gift, the ability to solve math problems, read time, and even answer questions by tapping his hoof. People watched in amazement as he appeared to perform impossible feats. Hans was born in 1900, and his owner, Wilhelm von Osten, a schoolteacher, believed that the horse had developed the ability to understand human language and concepts. Von Osten spent years training Hans, teaching him to respond to simple commands. But what set Hans apart was his ability to seemingly count. When asked a math question, Hans would tap his hoof the exact number of times that matched the correct answer. A simple question like, "What is 2 plus 3?" would result in 5 taps from Hans. The crowds were stunned. Clever Hans could solve arithmetic problems, answer questions about dates, and even perform tasks that seemed beyond the abilities of any animal. Thousands of people, including intellectuals and scientists, lined up to see the horse's remarkable abilities for themselves. They were convinced that Hans had unlocked a hidden form of intelligence, one that bridged the gap between animals and humans. But as the demonstrations continued, some began to question whether Hans was truly solving math problems or if something else was at play. A team of scientists, led by psychologist Oscar Funkst, decided to investigate. What they uncovered was astonishing. It turned out that Hans wasn't performing complex calculations at all. Instead, he was responding to subtle cues given by the person asking the questions. As Hans tapped his hoof, his human counterpart would unknowingly alter their posture or facial expression, providing the horse with unintentional signals about when to stop tapping. It was a phenomenon known as the Clever Hans effect, a case where animals appear to perform tasks they aren't actually capable of due to human influence. While Hans's abilities weren't quite what they seemed, his story remains a fascinating chapter in the history of animal intelligence. He helped to bring attention to the importance of objective testing in animal behavior studies and opened up new conversations about the limits of animal cognition. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.